It's been quite incredible. You've had this force that's included thousands and thousands of ordinary people. They really were the spearhead who came out right away and began to clear debris from buildings. And then on top of that, the civil protection forces, the fire brigades, the soldiers, the Marines. And it's been chaotic, but there has been, coming together. And I mean, one building, which is just round the corner from where we are now, it's a 5-story building. So imagine how many tons of rubble that was. Within 48 hours, it was completely cleared. It's now a space there, absolutely incredible. It was a mountain of rubble just 2 days ago. It's completely gone. And various people were saved from that, and other people, corpses were taken away. And that's continuing around, and the people are pretty worn out now. Many people have slept very little, many of the Marines and rescue workers themselves, but it's continuing around to these 10 main focus points of buildings, and also pushing out to the towns and villages around.
And this quake has, of course, left thousands of people homeless, at least temporarily, not to mention the fact that many of them are still afraid of the possibilities of aftershocks. How are Mexicans coping?
So, yeah, it's very difficult, and, and everybody's, people on the case-by-case basis. Various people I know are not going back to their homes because there are cracks that they're concerned about. One thing that there's been a call for architects and engineers who are volunteers to go around and evaluate these cracks and see if they can return to their houses. Some will need more repairs. Some buildings need to be demolished. And there's a lot of people staying with families. People were sleeping on the streets. But there's also various refugee centres or displacement centres set up for people to stay, and people are providing them, often volunteers again, with food and water.
And finally, Johan, we've been hearing a lot about a girl who was supposedly trapped under the rubble of her collapsed schools, but officials later said that the girl in question had in fact been accounted for. Can you tell us a bit more about what's going on there?
Yeah, there's a lot of misinformation or a lot of confusion. And as I said, there's been a crazy operation involving a whole bunch of different agencies and thousands of regular civilians, and then a lot of media involved in social media passing things around. And this idea was constructed of this one girl, and different details were added. Her name was Frida, she talked and so forth. And that was confusion there. There's various children there. There could still be a girl or a woman trapped under there, but they're saying there isn't a school child called Frida, and some people are feeling like it was some deliberate plot to deceive people for some reason. But I think it was simply the confusion. You talk about the fog of war. I mean, you get the fog of an earthquake, and a lot of just genuine confusion about the details.